This is a story of a sleeping prince who has not woken up for past 18 years. Yes, it is true. We're talking about Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid, the prince of the House of Saud. He fell into a coma 18 years ago due to a terrible car accident in London. Even since then, Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid has been referred to as the sleeping prince. Prince Al-Waleed has been on a ventilator since 2005 after suffering a brain hemorrhage during a car accident while studying at a military college. At that time, the doctors decided to disconnect the devices. However, his father refused to do so. He has refused to give up on his son and hopes he will wake up one day. At first, the father kept his injured son at the Specialized Medical Center Hospital in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He was under an extensive and professional health care for 11 years. Later, they reportedly moved him to home in early 2016 after a decade in the hospital as a brain-dead patient. It must be noted that he lived 18 years of his life normally. He'd just come of age when the prince took one of his sports cars and went out for a drive, presumably above the speed limit. To date, the sleeping prince is under surveillance to observe any reaction or improvement he might develop. In 2019, the surveillance camera caught him moving his head left and right after 14 years of sleep. It just seems to have been a reflex, but his family is very hopeful that soon his whole body will soon regain mobility. In October 2020, the prince in coma responded with his hand when his aunt Princess Noura bint Talal bin Abdulaziz said hello to him. Some people say that money doesn't buy happiness. However, unfortunately, the Al-Waleed bin family has learned this the hard way. They're a family of very powerful kings and princes in Saudi Arabia, who unfortunately has had a loved one in a coma for over 18 years. Nonetheless, his father, being a man of great faith, believes that God will bring his son back at some point. The example of an Emirati woman strengthens their belief when she woke up after a 27-year-long stupor. In 1991, a car crash left Munira Abdullah, a 32-year-old woman from the United Arab Emirates, with devastating brain injuries. Doctors reportedly thought she might never regain full consciousness. However, in late 2018, almost 3 decades after her initial injury, she showed signs of recovery, including calling out her son's name.